guess what? We are on the last slide, okay? So we're going to write a piecewise function for this graph now. This one's a nice one. This is actually called a step function, or the greatest integer function. Another weird little symbol you might see for this graph looks like that. And it's kind of used for banks. They actually, it's the idea of rounding down. Sometimes they call it round to the floor, but we'll get into that later. What you guys need to know is we first start our piecewise function with f of x, and then that funky little face thing. Okay, it's a bracket. Now, what I want to do first is I'm going to look at this function and I'm going to pretend the dots are not there. Okay, so what do I see? I see a horizontal line at y equals 1. I know that. That's easy. 1. But then, okay, this horizontal line looks like it's got some specific x values. So I'm going to put my x down because it's being specific here. It looks like it's allowed to be bigger than or equal to 0. So x can be bigger than or equal to 0. Oh, but it's got to be less than 1. And it's not allowed to be 1 because it's an open dot. Okay, first one done. Now let's look at the second one. Okay, again, horizontal line at y equals 2. But some specific x values. It looks like here the x values are allowed to be bigger than or equal to 1 and less than 2. Are you guys seeing a pattern yet? Here at y equals 3 is another function. We're imagining it's just a line. We're not seeing the dots when we see that. Now we're going to be specific with x. X is bigger than or equal to 2, but less than 3. So this is a pattern for a step function, but all of the way that we would write a function is the same thing. Look for the graph and then just adjust for the specific domain. You guys did a great job. I would go ahead and look in the extension part and try and do a few problems and expect a lot of practice tomorrow.